a nice one. We find these things all over. They used to only be in Florida, but now we got them, and that is a big chomper. We also now have manatees, but we won't eat this guy. We don't have a crabbing license, and it's bad river karma, so he'll be fine. He can take the impact. Yeah. It is mid-August on the Crystal Coast, and we are oyster farming. So, my name is Kyle. I work at a company called Crystal Coast Oysters, and today we are going to be, I don't even know what to call it. So we put in some green bags, some 3mm seed about 2 months ago. We have not tumbled it yet, but that doesn't mean we haven't worked it. We're constantly putting it into new gear, into new bags, but we just decided to cut out the tumbling of it because we noticed it sorted. It, like, the vibration, they were so small it would just kill them. So this is the next step. We planted 1.85 million oysters in one day, and this is probably about half of them. So what we've got in here is about 900,000 oysters. Sometimes people think you want to work your stuff as soon as possible. For us, since we have so much, we like to work it basically right after. So right here, it's probably half the cages. They are full of 9mm bags and pretty loaded to the brim with oysters. Let me get some open and I'll show you what they look like. But we're just gonna take them and put them all through the tumbler. Now we're gonna pull them all out of the cages. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take those babies out of those dirty bags and put them through this nice cleaning tube. It is going to sort them by size. Small ones in here, large ones in here, and the water is just to clean it. This water is right out of the bay, and we'll get to it. See what's in one of these bags. Sound healthy, but you never know. Interesting. So this is what the little seed looks like that we're gonna work. This all came at 3mm. You just slide it down there, and it just works itself. You can see the small ones come out of here. The larger ones will come out of here. And then the biggest, which I'd be surprised if we have any, will come out of here. But you never know. So this is the first step, getting them out of there, and we'll get them all cleaned up and sorted by size. This has got to be one of the more satisfying parts of the job. Just look, they tow in. Nasty little smelly mud pile. And then boom. You get this clean product, and they're all about the same size. And it does look like we're having a lot more come through the end than I thought. So, it is summertime, and they do grow extremely fast right now. But as far as efficiency, sometimes it's better to wait until it looks a little abused, because then you're really getting an impact on the product. Just poured out this bag, and here's oysters grow a different size. I mean, this came out of the same bag, same crop. So these oysters grow at different rates. My suspicion is that was a cleaner cage, so more flow from the water. So that's what created those big from 3mm in about 2 months. So, okay, so the question is, why do we tumble? We tumble for multiple reasons. One, it's a good workout for us. It's also a very good workout for the oysters. The oysters have this small fingernail that grows on the end of them. If you knock that fingernail off, you are, first of all, strengthening the oyster, strengthening shell quality, but you're also encouraging that oyster to create more of a uniform circular shape. So that's why we tumble them. Not only does it strengthen the oyster, it allows us to kind of get an inventory for what we've got. Then we can load it up by the different sizes into different cages. This is a 1/2-inch cage. That's where we're going to be putting most of this stuff. The reason that we're not putting it in floating bags this year is floating bags are a lot of work, and we fall behind on them, and then it's no better than a bottom cage because the bags will start sinking and they won't be perfectly dense. So we don't have the labor or the manpower or the will to put a lot of these in floating bags. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these 1/2-inch cages first, and then anything excess will go into floating bags. That'll probably be within the next few weeks. We've got a couple weeks worth of bags, but you can see how dirty and disgusting these bags came out of. That's actually a pretty clean one. Something more along the lines of that. That is what we are just trying to get them out of. Sea squirt's not so bad, but tumbling is a must if you're an oyster farmer. Now you can use the tide to tumble in certain spots and certain, but for commercial farming, you've got to get extremely lucky to have one of those spots, and this is just a better way to sort them by size. Even if you can get the tides to take care of the tumbling, the tides will not take care of the sorting. So, shout out Oyster South. I learned about a tumbler through a fellow farmer at Oyster South. What a wonderful spot. Oh yeah, Landlocked is coming up. I think the tickets are already sold out. So next year, 2027, follow them on Instagram. And if you like oysters, it's the best raw bar in the country for the few hours that it's open. You got farmers from all over selling their fresh product. Not even selling, but chucking you their best product with their best mignonettes. Woo, it is a hot one. But better than being winter. I personally love to tumble. And I don't have OCD, but I like sorting things by size when it comes to oysters. Almost got all the oysters off the boat. Bum, 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 bum. Now we reload the boat with 1/2-inch cages. What we use to keep our bags secure. The simple little diaper things. These are the guys haven't been sorted or anything. First time getting sorted. What Gene is doing is he is spreading the new clean, freshly sorted oysters into the 1/2-inch cages. This would typically go into floating bags, but with hurricane season around the bend, we feel much safer and we're going to sleep better at night because they're underwater. First hole, really tiny stuff. Second hole, medium-sized stuff. Third hole, much larger. Now, oysters all grow at different rates, but as an oyster farmer, you don't want your oysters to be the same size. So, by allowing them to have some more time stuffed in there, you get a more variety. So when I bought 2 million at 3mm, now I have, let's say 1.5, but they're in different sizes. That'll be great when it's time to sell them, because I don't want all of them at the same time. We're getting down to the final few bags. We got like 4 left. Super small stuff. Medium, and then everything that came out the end, we've already loaded up. We've already loaded that up into bottom cages. So, hell of a workout. Alright. Putting it into 4mm baggies. Whatever didn't fit in there. Got this bad boy loaded up. Don't know if it's the right density, but we'll work it out. Woo. Well, we got out the other stuff, and so now the 9mm. Now we've got inch cages. God, that breeze feels so good. So we dropped the 9mm, the stuff in 9mm bags. Now we've got this. These are 4mm bags, the stuff that came out the first hole. We're gonna go proceed to drop those. And And then with the stuff that was in the middle, we sadly have to use floating bags. We just don't have the right size hole for it, and it's just what it is. But if you're interested in how dense our densities, it's pretty low. Let me see if I can't show you. Just there. Whoop, that shade is, so, shade actually helps. Yeah, so you can see, small little density. But we're gonna go out and drop those and then grab another chunk of them. We probably got 3 or 4 chunks out of it's actually like 2.7 million, but out of that one specific, there's maybe 1 more chunk or 2 more chunks. But, and try and get those done. We do all of our harvesting at the beginning of the week, and then management is done at the end of the week. How you been surviving, Jeannie? This summer's been a hot one.
Yeah, water.
Yeah.
Electrolytes.
That's true. But yeah, you can see how nicely that tumbler got him. It's nice to have shade. Need a little cool off, Scudler? A little too hot for you? A little too toasty? Billy, swimming in the river like a river monster. Yes, he is. How's the water? Is it warm?
It's good.
Little bit of Scuttle and B-roll. Go drop the babies. We are headed to the middle lease, which is our holding lease. It's the one that's closest. Usually takes us like half a song, 2 minutes to get over there. So I'll let you know. This video has been brought to you by Bet On Yourself Incorporated. I guess their only slogan is people that promote gambling are predators. Find something better to do with your time than promote that shit. Also, bet on yourself. It's a hell of a lot more fun. Hello. You're a beautiful little bird. Oh, drink water, drink more water, or you might die. But we are tossing these fuckers back on the lease. At light. 2 complete, boat's empty. Now, final load. Dealing with this many oysters is a lot more labor than I thought today. It's hot. Thought we were gonna get 2 loads done, but we didn't. It's a sign of the times. Get her all scared in there. Say what? Alright, and here are all the floating bags that came out of that. So, it's spread. It's spread. Beautiful little baggies.
You guys on that line?
Alright. And we're gonna get these put out. Just a few little scuttled stragglers. Then we'll go grab another line to work in the morning at the low tide. Alright, reload it up. We normally have 2 boats going, but one of the guys is on deliveries. We gotta sell oysters to pay for all this nonsense. So, round 3. It's a sign of the times. Getting these flippy floppies off. See those? That's what happens when you get too much weight. That's why we're not doing floating bags any longer. This is our lease. We're using very little floating bags. Sadly, we got to do these guys, but that's all right. Show you one of the points, the special parts of this hoe. Millions of peaches. Boom! Boom. Man, hose and farming go together quite nicely. But, yep, I gotta get back to this. We're gonna get all these out, stretch them across the line, pick up another line, and that'll be it for the day. Just remember, people that promote gambling are predators. Can you spell predator? P-R-E-A-D. I can't spell it myself. Tool acquired. Oh yeah, you can't see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ah, it keeps fucking me up.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Reporting for duty, sir. There we go.
This is all working.
Bada boom, oh, I gotta reverse. Boom, now you just do that 300 or 250 times a year. You'll sell millions of oysters. It's funny, the lease behind me, it's one of our smaller leases, not our smallest, but it's holding the most oysters. When people want to do a farm tour and I'm like, I got nothing to show you, that's it. We typically don't put floating bags on there, but there are over 2, possibly 3 million oysters right now on there. Actually, it's more than 3. It might be closer to 4. But can't see none of them. Oopsies. Oh, I get snagged. Boom.
Take a wall training.
That's what we call a super line. We call it a super line because it's super long. You can fit 40 cages on this bad boy. You can put 1,000,007 cages, but 6 million per line. We got 3 of them, so 18 million. I don't know where we put them after that, but these 3 lines can hold it. Little baby's got a line. There she blows. There she blows again. She caught. Put that on the cleat. Really? Oh. Perfect. Okay. You can keep coming up. Thought it was only 4 cages. Turns out it's probably more. That's okay.
But who knows?
Already had a false anchor. Already called one of them a...
Dang.
Sometimes you don't want to bullshit. It's pretty tough.
2 anchors out this way.
This is what we found in the river. Ooh,
I'm a pistol.
it is like a pistol. We find so many of these guys right now. I love shrimp. Bye bye. Okay. We got everything off that line. Fucking tired.
Yeah, he's got like a freaking horn.
I think they got that so the birds can't eat them. Because birds will eat anything we throw off the boat, but they won't touch a shrimp, which is jumping all over the place.
Every fish out there will eat this guy.
That's a nice one. We find these things all over. They used to only be in Florida, but now we got them, and that is a big chomper. We also now have manatees, but we won't eat this guy. We don't have a crabbing license, and it's bad river karma, so he'll be fine. He can take the impact. Yeah, what would you guys like to see in these videos? I'm considering starting to do this like 5 days a week. Would you like me to talk more? Would you like me to talk less? Compilations. Ooh. Got these at the nursery and they create this stuff we call magical mud. This is it. Slop. Slippity slop. But, look at this little scuttler hiding in the mud. That's our dirty lease. It keeps everything protected. These cages could have been out there forever. This is when it just gets no fouling. That mud covers it. Damn, Philly thinks he's Indiana Jones over there, eh?
Oh shit.